Hello everyone, this is Brian Lawson, your missionary to the country of Brazil. As we near our 10-year anniversary in Brazil, we are continually amazed at what the Lord has allowed us to accomplish. Likewise, when the Lord called me to serve as a missionary, I had a sincere desire to touch the world. After all, the theme verse for our ministry is Acts 17:6. These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also. As you may know, Brazil is the only Portuguese-speaking country in South America and one of the 10 Portuguese-speaking countries or territories in the world. Interestingly, Portuguese is the 9th most spoken language in the world. I am thankful to have learned this language, and I have taken advantage of many invites to preach in various churches and ministries throughout Brazil. Also, I am actively translating books and material from English to Portuguese, printing and binding books in Portuguese, and have designed, created, and printed over 200,000 Portuguese tracts for the Brazilians. However, I have been afforded an opportunity to evangelize the Brazilians and Portuguese-speaking people in Toronto, Canada. There are currently over 90,000 Brazilians living in Toronto. Last year, I sent a case of Bibles to Marcos, a Brazilian man in Toronto, to help him distribute Portuguese Bibles. It would have cost him $400 to order one Portuguese Bible. Likewise, he explained that there are no Bible-believing Baptist churches in Toronto that speak Portuguese, and that his growth spiritually and biblically is hindered. The Lord has already orchestrated many things in a miraculous way. I was invited to preach at a missions conference this month in Georgia, which initiated my plans to go to Toronto. I began praying and seeking how I could hold a 3-day Bible conference that will help establish Brazilians biblically and doctrinally, as well as preach the gospel to those that are not saved. Brother Reese Parfit, a missionary to Papua New Guinea, contacted me and offered his assistance. The Lord has used Brother Reese to help me since he was already in Michigan and New York and was able to travel into Toronto. Brother Reese has helped survey Toronto, printed flyers and invites, printed gospel tracts, and is planning to help me evangelize. Furthermore, the Lord led us to Pastor Gammy Romano of the Metropolitan Bible Baptist Church in Toronto. After praying, Pastor Romano offered us the use of his church. This was clearly of the Lord because Pastor Romano's church is only 3.5 miles from the home of Marcos, the Brazilian man in Toronto. Pastor Romano has already printed the flyers that his church will distribute and said that his church will help in any way possible. I have made this video because I depend on and I am in need of your prayers. I will fly to Toronto on Thursday, March 21st, 2024, and we will immediately begin evangelizing and inviting all Portuguese-speaking people to the 3-day special services on March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Also, we will advertise these services on the internet and send a digital copy of the flyer through the various groups of Brazilians that are connected on WhatsApp. Please pray. Pray that God would bless our labor with fruit and that we can see Brazilians saved. Also, we hope to establish a local church relationship with Metropolitan Bible Baptist Church and the Portuguese-speaking community. Paul said in the book of Romans, I am debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, and continued by saying, so as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are in Rome also. I would like to echo that same sentiment and share my heart by saying, I am debtor to the Brazilians. And so as much as in me is, I am ready to preach in Portuguese the gospel in Toronto. Thank you for your love, prayers, and making it possible for me to serve the Lord. God bless you.